Welcome to the floor. I thought I would have a little chat today about allergies. I feel like when I got Lumi, I had no idea that there was a chance that a dog could get allergies, and therefore I just thought I would talk about it. And especially because Lumi's allergies are environmental allergies, and it is so hard to manage that sometimes. So I just wanted to share what I do in order to make life a little bit more comfortable for Lumi, especially because she's more like an indoor dog than an outdoor dog. The way we found out that she had an allergy was through blood tests. However, our first blood test did not show anything, so we had a second one done. Was it almost a year later? I don't know. You can see it in the health video I made. There I explain from the start till approximately now how the whole allergy thing went with the vet and stuff. But it was first in the second blood test that we found out that she had some reaction to dust mites. And there's also a skin prick test that they can do. We haven't done that yet, but that is something I would definitely like to do in the future. Unfortunately, here in Denmark, or at least in the area I live, there's no vets that do the skin test. So if I want the skin test, we have to travel, I don't even know where, I don't remember, but quite far away in order to get the skin test done. So I kind of hope in the future that it would be nearby, or maybe we can take some sort of road trip holiday and have the skin test done in the future, because I suspect that she has more allergies than just one, because unfortunately if a dog has one allergy, there's a big chance that they might have something else as well. And the thing at the moment that I suspect could be her second one would be something outside or chicken. I am not sure which one it is. So yeah, it would be nice to have some other tests done in order to maybe find out. The issue with food allergies is that you can't find them in blood tests, so the only way you can figure out if they have a food allergy is to do the elimination test, which means that you put them on, I think it's called hyperallergenic protein kibble or something. Like, it's basically just allergy friendly kibble, and they have to eat that for about 6 to 8 weeks, and they're not allowed to have anything else than that. And then when those weeks are over, you start reintroducing normal food into the diet, and there you will then be able to see what is the source of the allergy. Like, they will get a reaction or something. Personally, I hated doing the elimination tests because 6 to 8 weeks is very long and you can't use any treats or anything. And also they get really tired of the allergy friendly kibble because I think it's very tasteless. It also doesn't really smell good. So it doesn't really smell like a good quality kibble, if that makes sense. It does smell very dull and boring, and you could definitely feel on Lumi that, well, it gets boring. So if you don't have a food-driven dog and you have to do this diet with them, it can be a little bit tough. If you don't know what dust mite is, you might want to skip this, because it's like one of those things you know they exist, but you don't want to know they exist because it's kind of gross. But dust mites are basically small microscopic things that we can't see, but they live in typically your bed or like pillows, the sofa, curtains, plush toys, plush toys. So basically everything that is fabric, and therefore it is really hard to manage them sometimes. And you might be like, well, can you just like get a spray that kills them all? Well, it's not really possible. Plus, you can't really see what you are killing and what you're not killing. It's not like oh, my home is infested with dust mites. It's more like they just exist. Like they live everywhere. It's normal to have dust mites in your home, unfortunately, even though it's gross. They are very, very normal. It's not like my home is more disgusting than anybody else's. It's just a part of life. So, but there are definitely things you can do in order to minimize the amount of dust mites you have in your home, and that's what we are trying to do here. Me. I don't know why I say we, because it's just me, but I guess, I don't know, Lumi's not trying so hard, just saying. It's actually not the dust mites themselves that the dog is allergic to, it is more the things that they shed and also their, what is it called, the good word for it? Their waste. Their poops. Which then the dog inhales or it touches their skin, and that gives them a allergic reaction. So it actually is not the dust mite itself, but yeah, everything else surrounded them, I suppose. And in order to minimize them, there is a little long list I have written down here that you can do, and that we are also trying to do to improve the home environment for Lumi. However, some of it is like we are working on it, because I feel like you can't just like change your whole home overnight. So it's just some things I keep in my mind for when we change out furniture in the future, that we make sure that we get sorry, that we get allergy friendly things. But here's my list that I've written down. First thing first, if your dogs sleep in the bed, it might be a good idea to not have them sleeping in the bed, because that is where most dust mites are. But if they are sleeping in the bed, which Lumi is, changing your bedding weekly and washing it with 60 degrees or 140 Fahrenheit and with some allergy friendly washing stuff is the way to go. What we also did was I changed the bed. Before I had a bit of a smaller bed, so we were kind of like almost sleeping, not sleeping on top of each other, but it was very small for two. So what I did was I took the sofa and brought it in here in the bedroom instead, because it actually has two separate mattresses. So that means that Lumi sleep on this side and I sleep on that side. Right now she's sleeping on that side, which she shouldn't be doing, but I literally just changed this bedsheet, so it should be fine. But normally I don't want her to be on my side because, well, it's dirty and all that. I know you should have your dog sleep in the bed. I know. Another thing that we haven't done yet is allergy friendly covers, because when I was reading about it, I wasn't really sure if it was true, like, or was it a scam. I'm not quite sure yet, but I guess it's something I will take into consideration if we should change the covers and everything to allergy friendly ones. However, what I have done instead is, I think I've shown it before or talked about it before, I have this like little sheet underneath which catches water and stuff, so it doesn't go into the mattress. But I also think, it's just a random theory, it's not fact, I also think that this sheet maybe protect her a little bit from dust mite from the mattress, because the sheet obviously can be taken off and be washed, which, like, if she was just laying on the mattress itself, or like on the sheet, but oh my god, so many sheets. But if I didn't have this protective sheet, she would just be kind of in contact with the mattress through the normal thin bed sheet, and I think that would cause there to be more dust mites accumulating in the mattress itself, which is harder to clean in the future, right? So that's basically what I do in order to, yeah, I mean, I did this anyway because I don't like dirty dirty paws to soak through into the mattress itself. I love this sheet, like, honestly, I cannot recommend it enough. It's basically just a sheet for kids to avoid, like, if they pee in the bed, that it doesn't go into the mattress. It's amazing. So good. So good. Another thing is to obviously vacuum clean frequently, and also let the dog outside while you do, because when you vacuum clean, a lot of dust will fly around the home. So just to make sure that they don't breathe all that in, it's just better to let them outside while you vacuum clean. And also clean the crate. I vacuum clean it, I shake the blankets and stuff weekly, and I clean off all the dust. Another thing is to get furniture where you are able to vacuum clean underneath, and that's actually another reason why I moved the bed or the sofa bed into my bedroom, because I can't vacuum clean underneath it. And we spent most of our time in the living room, so I thought it would be better to get a sofa that I can actually clean underneath. So this is what I mean with, like, changing up furniture as we go. So next time I'm going to get a new bed in the future, I will make sure to get a bed that we can vacuum clean underneath, because this one we can't. Reducing carpets and rugs is also something that we haven't done yet, but we obviously should do. It's just that I feel like my home is already very echoey, and if I remove them all, I feel like it's gonna be even more echoey. But obviously it's a bit silly to prefer a non-echo home than a allergy-friendly home, I know. I do actually have a carpet underneath this sofa bed, but I think it's because I want to try and stop all the dust to accumulate under it. So my theory is that the carpet might stop it, so I can just vacuum clean it up before it even goes under. But I don't really know if that is like actually working. I'd have to remove the mattresses to have a look if anything has accumulated underneath the bed. But yeah, it's a bit of a trial and error at the moment. The last few things is just have washable curtains. Make sure to clean with allergy-friendly products. As I mentioned before, if they have one allergy, they might also have other allergies. And it just is good to have friendly products so you know that at least it's not that gives them the reaction. If you have to wash them, like if they've been rolling in dirt, which is something Lumi loves to do, then it's a good idea to find a shampoo that is allergy friendly for dogs, and maybe also one that limit itching. I will say I did buy a shampoo at the vet once, or they made me kind of buy it. They recommended it, but it didn't do any difference when she was having a allergy attack. So I'm not really sure how or if they work or not, but at least as long as they're allergy friendly, they should at least not have typical chemicals or whatever in them that is bad for them. So I guess that is always a good thing to use that. I know that I cannot eliminate all the dust mites in my home, but with these strategies I hope to minimize them at least, in order to help Lumi cope a little bit better with the allergies, and hopefully she won't flare up so much. And yeah, it's a journey, definitely, and I hope that this video may help you if your dog has allergies, or maybe to understand what we go through. Thank you for watching, and if you like this video, then give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below, because I love reading your comments. I cannot always answer to them because I am a little bit busy bee, but I will always heart them, and yeah, just goodbye.